Hello, everyone. Akila here with another scandalous story from the Bible. I know you can't wait because the Bible doesn't hide anything, and I'm here to tell you about it. This one's entitled, She's My Sister and My Wife. This is the story of Abram and Sarai. Now, let's talk about the things that they don't talk about at church. How do we know that Abram and Sarai are really brother and sister? Well, it says it in Genesis chapter 20, verse 12. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. We'll start reading Genesis chapter 12, verses 10 through 20. And there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for a famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold, now I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Say, I pray thee, Thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that when Abraham was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. The princes also of Pharaoh saw her, and commanded her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house, and he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, and maid servants, and she asses, and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Verse 19. Why sayest thou, She is my sister? So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now therefore, behold thy wife, take her, and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all he had. Wow, so a lot is going on there, as you can see. So what we just read was that Abram, his wife, and his wife went to Egypt because there was a famine in the land. Now, why did Abraham tell Sarai to tell the half-truth? It was because he didn't want to get killed. He wanted to save his own life. And what happened to Pharaoh as a result of the lie? Pharaoh and his whole household had lots of plagues on them. How did Abraham get his wife back? After Pharaoh found out that that was his wife and that was why he was being cursed by God, he gave him his wife back and everything that he had. So he went away from that land as an even richer man. We're going to talk about Sarah, like how gorgeous was she and how old was she when she was able to attract the attention of Pharaoh. Now, if we go to the book of Jubilees, chapter 15, verse 17, it gives us Sarai and Abram's age different. Okay, just to give you context for this verse, this is where the angels told Abraham at that time that he was going to be a father by Sarah giving birth to the child, Isaac. Abraham fell prostrate and rejoiced, thinking to himself, Can a child be born to 100-year-old man? And can Sarah bear a child at 90? So now we see that they were 10 years apart. So when we go to chapter 12 of Genesis, verse 4, So Abraham departed as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. So Abraham was 75, and Sarai was 65 because she was 10 years younger. So at 65, she was pulling the attention of Pharaoh. So you say, like, how can a 65-year-old woman be that gorgeous? Well, people back then didn't age like we do. We age a lot more rapidly. Keep in mind that people before that were dying at not over 900 years old. Sarai died at 127 years old. And she wasn't, bent over or anything. She was 90 years old when she gave birth to her son and still able to take care of him and keep up with him. So just to give you an idea, we do age like milk compared to the way that they were aging, because Abraham died at 170 something years old and he was still having lots of children. So they were a lot more spry than what we are now. So just to give you an idea, maybe at Sarai's age, at 65, maybe she looked like a 20 or 30-year-old woman, which is incredible. And that she was that beautiful that she got taken directly to the Pharaoh's household, that just lets you know, you see a pretty girl, it's like, wow. But you see Sarai at that time, you see a pretty girl, think about her like 10 times better, because they said she was very fair, which means she's just like remarkable. So thank you for joining me for this Bible story. I hope it was scandalous enough for you. If not, then just tune in. There's more scandalous stuff in the Bible, even worse than like having a sister wife. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more scandalous stories. See you next week. Bye.